So what's your space? Like here?
Yeah, I'd say that's a solid line, yeah.
I'll take this.
You get more space, but you're in the middle, so it sucks for you.
Yeah, I hate it.
You don't know where to look. Everyone's looking
I
at
really
you.
don't. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel like sometimes I'm always staring at you. Then maybe he feels weird because I don't pay him any attention.
Is that what it is, Aaron?
What?
You feel a little bad because Teddy doesn't look at you like he used to?
It hurts.
I'm conscious of me going back and forth. I am.
Okay. Well, when I had to sit there once because Marissa took my seat,
That was a power move.
I was shook.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was shook because of that or the new seat, but yeah, it is weird looking, trying to keep everyone engaged in a conversation.
That was like
where I am.
Square.
Look! I'm looking straight at you. Barely even moved. I'm looking at Teddy. You see that?
Yeah, the eyes.
The head can stay the same. I can just move the eyes.
That's the thing. By the end of you must be just dizzy.
Yeah.
Just going back and forth. You're going to be cross-eyed by the end of this podcast.
Look like Sid from Ice Age.
Live from Long Island, New York, it's time for the Nerd Soup Podcast. Starring Anthony J.Q. Nash,
I don't know what's going on.
Teddy,
I just called Chief, and this is it.
Lorenzo Stu Warren,
I did sleep on this movie, literally, and
Marissa,
Go Spider-Man.
Aaron the Nerd Soup Monkey,
Wish my dreams came true.
and your host, Bo Oliver Blue.
She had the cake, too. I was like, what? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast. I'm Bo Oliver, joined today by Aaron, the Nerd Soup Monkey, and Teddy, and we are here to talk about a whole host of topics in the world of movies, TV, video games. You can listen to this podcast on YouTube. Make sure that we let you guys know that. Spotify, SoundCloud, at the Nerd Soup Podcast, and follow us on Twitter at Nerd Soup.
What
Nerd
are we
Soup
off
Monkey.
iTunes now?
Did I not? iTunes is if you have a podcast and you're
You
not
listen
on
on
iTunes.
iTunes for the most part.
I don't know. I wonder what the most is.
If only there was some way that we
I
can
know.
determine that.
Oh, like and subscribe us on YouTube. We
Oh,
always forget
yes.
that.
Yeah, I never say that.
Pound the like button.
No, just tap it.
No.
You pecker it.
Push it if you want. Don't let
Nice
Teddy
little
bully you
kiss.
into it. I don't like that. It's like, yo, smash that like button. It's like,
Share
I
this
was-
video.
But the likes help, man.
Your
I was
friends,
going to,
family. I
but
would
now
never
I'm not.
share a YouTube video with
No,
my
me
friends
neither.
or family.
That's always suspect. I'll never do that.
Yeah. Well, you do it all the time with friends.
Yeah, but that's videos that, it's like,
I'll never forget the Onion article where it's like friend sends friend a 5-minute video and it's a quote. It's like, what is he out of his fucking mind? And then it's a quote. It's like that. The video ended up being pretty good.
I will barely.
That's awesome.
I'm the king of that.
Yeah.
I'll send the longest video.
And they're always like good, but I never want to watch them.
I'll barely watch a 10-second Twitter video. One of you guys send me.
I don't know why.
You're
yeah.
pretentious, though. You only watch videos that you'll send us. You know what I mean? Like, you only watch a video, and then you'll send it to us, and expect us to watch it.
No, Aaron yucks harder for his videos that he shows us than we
100%.
show him, yeah.
Well, if I like, that's why I want to share the laughs.
Yeah, but you look at us crooked, though, if we don't laugh as hard as you look.
Crooked?
Yeah.
I don't think Aaron's ever looked at anybody crooked. All right, let's start the show. We have our topics here. Just pulling up the list. Oh, the Invisible Man review. Wow, what a success this movie has been. I have not seen it.
I haven't seen the box office. Has it done good in the box office?
Oh yeah, it's killing it in the box office.
Yeah,
I think for horror movies, it's broken some records, right?
It's deserving, though. It was really good.
Yeah, Blumhouse.
There's always a record you could find. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
when the Pacers put Thaddeus Young with LeBron, Magic, and Bird. It's like only players average 13, 5, and 2.
It's a leap year. There's definitely a statistic out there for horror movie on a leap year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Upward
movie-
trajectory for the Blumhouse.
yeah.
Starting to put out some heaters.
Well, I mean, they always had good movies, but most of the time, what they put out wasn't that great. But this
Yeah,
movie,
the more shit you put out, the more shit's gonna stick. So
Right.
law of
You know what I mean?
averages, right?
yeah,
Good shit sticks harder, I guess, right?
yeah. This movie was unbearably tense. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, it was.
There was
It was scary. It was like legit scary.
It was, man.
That rarely happens to me in horror movies, but I mean, it was just very good. Elizabeth Moss is incredible. She's one of the best actresses working today, and I don't think she gets credit for that. She gets a lot of credit for like the TV side of things, but just her ability as an actress as a whole is tremendous.
She's becoming an icon, man. She's
Yeah.
got so many big franchises. Mad Men is where she started. Handmaid's Tale, and now she's become like the horror queen in Us, and now Invisible Man.
I feel like if you can portray a great role in a horror movie, that means so much because you got to capture other people to get scared because it's not always just on like the dramatics of the scene. The actor has to make that scene scary.
Yeah,
And she did a great job.
One of the things in movies I hate is when people think you're crazy but you're not.
I know.
I can't.
Wait, you said you like that or you don't?
No, I hate it.
I hate it too.
I hate that trope so much.
It's like, why can't no one just believe her? You know?
But it's such a ridiculous thing. So it kind of, an Invisible Man. But I like the way they adapted it to like the modern times, especially with how they did the actual Invisible Man.
They made it believable.
Yeah, it was a cool like little reimagining of this story, and I mean it was shot extremely well. Like it was just with some of the pans and everything, it kind of felt like, where is he?
That one scene when you just said that comes to mind is when
Yeah.
she was walking in the house and they pan to the empty
Oh
hallway.
shit, he's right there.
Yeah. Wait.
Probably not.
I know.
Is that Starbucks? Getting a nice little dark roast.
2 questions. Supporting cast, and is there something to be said for the performance given by, what's his name from The Haunting of Hill House? The man who plays the Invisible Man.
Oh, right.
Is he...
He's not really in the movie.
No.
At the end, he is. And
Is there like a... Does he have the getup?
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's
No, I mean like the costume.
the costume was fucking fantastic.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he puts on the hat and the glasses and shit.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
it's different.
Yeah, that.
Supporting cast?
Yeah, Aldous Hodge did a great job. He was the cop that she lived with, and you can see how hard he wanted to believe her, but it was just at one point he couldn't anymore.
One of these movies, I want somebody to. It's usually a woman. I want a woman to explain something completely ridiculous that's happening to her, and the man to be like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the director Lee Winnell, he's done. Obviously, he started with Saw, co-wrote Saw with James Wan, and he's good friends with James Wan, and he's done a bunch of horror movies. Recently, he did Upgrade, which to me blew my mind. I loved Upgrade. So he's having a good couple of years.
Upgrade was the movie that was like the Venom 0.2 or 2.0, like that, right?
It was
I
good.
gotta see
Venom.
that. Yeah.
There's a scene in the movie that made me like legit jump in my seat, and I felt embarrassed because I was by myself. I feel like everyone behind me could see it.
What scene was that?
It was when she was in the attic.
Oh, yo, dude.
I
I had my hand on
away.
Lena's thigh.
Yeah.
The amount of pressure I put on her thigh. You know when like you squeeze like next to your kneecaps?
Yeah.
That's where I was
You
holding.
dislocated her knee.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just limping out of the theater.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the supporting cast was great. It was just, but Elizabeth Moss really, she fucking took over this movie, and
It was like a solo movie. I mean,
Yeah.
the supporting cast
she
wasn't
made it
much
what
in
it was.
Yeah.
I might go
And
see this tonight. You guys
Yeah.
are selling me.
You
There were a
should.
lot of twists and turns. I mean, the trailer, you would kind of think it gave away a lot of the movie, but
That's what I thought. That's why I didn't want it. I only saw it because
Yeah.
you gave it an 8. That's the only reason why I saw it.
But there was a lot of things in it
Or
that really
1.5.
legit shocked me. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
And
what were your scores?
I gave it an 8.
Okay.
I gave it 8.5.
I would love to
Yeah.
see a Teddy 9. Huh? I just want to know what that movie is.
It's got I'm a big comedy guy.
How did you
I
become
gotta see comedy.
How did you become the Simon Cowell of Nerd Soup?
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm not the hard grader. You are.
No, you're a much harder grader than me. I don't think we've been on a review yet besides El Camino where you gave a higher score than me.
I think it's because I don't know much, so I got to try and act bad.
Well, let's go to the second topic.
Well, I've been a little bit more loose with my scores. I try not to nitpick anymore, where it's like,
That too.
if I liked it and I enjoyed the movie and had a good time, I'm going to give it a good score. I don't want to be like, well, this, and it's, well, if I gave this movie a 9, I can't give this movie that score because this is prestigious and, critically acclaimed. But at the end of the day, if I enjoy something, I'm going to tend to give it a little boost.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's my philosophy. Look at some of my 10s.
Your 10s are coming from anime recently. I know your last 10 was Titanfall, right?
I don't know if I gave Titanfall a 10.
I thought you did.
It's tough with series. A series 10, I don't know, like what's a perfect show, It's hard to do.
It's like I gave Sonic like a 6.5, but if I go back and look at other scores that I gave higher to, people would say, like, are you crazy? Like, how are you going to give Sonic higher than this movie? It's like, well, I
enjoyed
had
it.
fun with Sonic.
I got a message after giving Invisible Man an 8. I got a message, someone saying, so have you seen a bad movie yet? I'm like, yeah. I don't know. What do you fucking want me to do, guy? Unfollow me.
Fair enough. Let's move on to the second story. We had our first look. Well, we've gotten a couple looks at Batman's suit, but this is the first look at Robert Pattinson's Batmobile, and he's standing there in the Batsuit. And this was posted to Twitter by Matt Reeves yesterday, so good timing for us.
Wow.
The only time I think you knew that, right? You're
What?
like, if he's not going to be mad if I interrupt him with this news,
I know.
because I usually hate interruptions when I'm going. But Aaron just showed me a screenshot of HBO, right?
Yeah.
Developing a Last of Us series,
Yeah, with the Chernobyl
With-
writer, producer, Craig Mazin.
and Neil Druckmann
Yep.
leading the development, the writer of the game. That's the best fucking news I've heard ever. I
That's
don't-
fantastic, man. Wow.
because that story would be if it's like a 6-episode miniseries with Craig Mazin, who just came off of Chernobyl. Ooh. And they just bought the rights to another show too. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Get Maisie Williams as Ellie. She's still young enough. She still looks young enough. So
100%.
But yeah, let's
You want to go back to Batman?
no, let's just talk about this. What do you well, you guys haven't really we're getting
into the game, yeah.
But just as a person who loves this game, yeah, this is great news. It's the best way to do it. We've been saying for a long time video games should be done on TV, miniseries. And it's a long story. You could get away with doing a movie, but this is better. Hugh Jackman, maybe.
Ooh.
I like Bradley Cooper as Joel, too. Even like Chris Pratt.
Yeah, miniseries. You can get anybody nowadays. So it's not like, oh, they can't do TV. It's like, Mahershala Ali, Amy Adams get these big time.
Well, the thing, too, the ending to The Last of Us.
I was going to say Academy Award winners, but.
Yeah, come on.
It's only Mahershala.
I wonder if, there's Amy Adams there's a character for Amy Adams.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, in general, how we've seen these mega stars going to miniseries, so it's not like you could pick anyone now.
Daniel Day-Lewis is Joel. No, I mean, the ending to The Last of Us rips out your heart and does like the Kalima from Star Trek and just fucking explodes it. So the fact that they're going to be able to hit all these emotional points that lead into that ending, you guys are going to be mind blown.
I've never been more upset I'm not playing a game now than this moment right now that I can't be as happy as you
you
are.
can still play it. Yeah,
No, I'm going to be. Yeah, we're going to do a review, so that should be good for us, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Good news. Let's move on to Batman. So
Okay.
we got Batman. What do you guys think of this? Got his muscle car.
It's definitely going in the direction that Matt Reeves said he wanted to go in with the detective. Is there anything more detective than Monte Carlo?
Yeah. That is some old school.
It looks like one, right? I got the right car? Monte Carlo?
Yeah, it looks like
It's like
that.
Dodge Charger, Challenger. I love the look of it. I mean, obviously the Nolan and the Batflag tanks and the high power weaponry, those look cool, but it's just a car, you know? It might have some few gadgets, a couple of guns in there, but I just like the look, and it kind of fit. Is it confirmed? So I know the rumors were early on that it was going to take place in the 90s.
It's not confirmed, but I would like that.
Yeah. So I don't know when it takes place, but
I always like shows and movies that are set in the 80s, 90s, but they have sci-fi tech.
yeah.
This
So
seems a
that'd be
little more
cool.
grounded to like
Yeah, a little
time,
minimalist,
not
kind of.
not like what you said with the Nolan. Like Nolanverse looked like it was just so much more advanced
Well,
and
he
so
had this,
unrealistic.
high tech military grade weaponry,
Yeah.
and people are like, who can afford this?
Yeah, right.
Who's in shape? Who's young enough to be this character? Bruce Wayne? Nah, he drinks a lot.
Well, in the comics, how they get away with that is they say Bruce Wayne funds Batman. That's the big controversy.
Oh,
Bruce Wayne,
okay.
Wayne Enterprises is
kinda makes
funding
sense, actually.
Batman. And everyone's like, how could you do this? And he's like, he's a good man.
I'll be on board for that if I was living there.
Yeah, because that was the biggest takeaway. It's like, how many billionaires are in New York City? It's like, just screen all of them, or in Gotham. But yeah, no, I like the look of the car too. And like Teddy said, it's way more grounded than even the Nolanverse. And somebody had posted on Twitter that everything they're hearing about this version of Batman is that he's going to rely heavily on gadgets, which I love. But they're going to be like almost like makeshift gadgets. Not makeshift, but not as advanced.
Yeah,
as
not
you
as
saw
crazy.
Yeah.
And unbelievable.
Well, it's still only his second year, too, so I don't expect him to be like peak Batman in terms of all of his weaponry and gadgets and even his skills as a detective. If it's him just kind of learning and that initial process of becoming the Batman, then I would be fine with that, too. But I've liked everything we've heard coming out of this movie and seen so far. I really can't wait, and I can't wait for like an actual like trailer. That's gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah, I can't wait for a trailer. Well, a lot of people, of course, were criticizing the look of the car because of the Nolan Batmobile and the Snyder Batmobile. And then people posted a bunch of pictures from the comics over the last 20 years of all the different Batmobiles, and they all look like this
Really?
one. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's always been like a kind of normal car with upgrades.
Well, we said that last time with the motorcycle. It kind of looks like, and with this, like what we hear coming out of this movie, it's kind of going to be like a blend, I think, between comic Batman and more of a grounded film Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe somewhere in between like the comics and Nolan would be perfect.
If you guys were a director, would you take on Batman? Or like would you guys shy away because of what Nolan did? And like not being able to like hit Batman how he did?
No, I think it's because Batman fans are surprisingly forgiving.
Well, Matt Reeves, he even said that, he even said that where Nolan's focus was on the villains.
Yeah, right.
So in his perspective, it might be, well, no one has really made a great Batman yet.
They say the same thing
I
about
guess.
Tim Burton's.
Mm-hmm.
that they focus on the villains. First one is Joker, Jack Nicholson. Second one's Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer, and what's his face as
The Penguin.
Yes, Danny DeVito as a Penguin. So yeah, Batman Begins. I think a lot of people are upset with, not upset, but they get disappointed by the third act of Batman Begins, and this is what I've been asking for years. The Batman focused movie. So I wouldn't be afraid. No, I think with other franchises, it's like Star Wars is one where if I was a director, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. No way. But Batman, it's like if you make a good, like people love Batman v Superman. I mean, it was obviously because it was so bad, it was polarizing. But like that movie should have been universally hated by everyone. But so many people love Batman, so it's like, and the warehouse scene. I hate that movie. I watch the warehouse scene probably once a day. So, all right, let's move on to the third story. You guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
And Batman comics. Well, we have a kind of a crazy story here about No Time to Die, the new James Bond movie. The 25th James Bond movie is being pushed back to November due to the coronavirus.
How far is that pushed back? When was it supposed to come out?
April.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's far.
And I was also reading articles about how Marvel has some decisions here to make with Black Widow, Mulan, obviously with Disney. So, yeah, I mean,
I'm getting really fucking annoyed by this virus now. This is getting really annoying.
Well, that's
it's just getting frustrating. It's every day hearing about this. It's like it's
literally the same thing like during the bubonic plague. All the plays are getting pushed back. It's like, what's really pissing me off? Bubonic plague.
Yeah, but it's like pick a side. It's either it's not good or it actually is a problem. It's like, but all this shit's happening with this. It's like,
what do you want? The virus needs
no,
to
because everyone, a lot of doctors.
Are you a threat or are you not a threat?
That's what I'm saying. It's like doctors are saying not to worry about it, yet we're hearing all these cases and it's getting worse and worse and worse. But doctors are still saying not to worry about it. It's like, is this a fucking problem or not?
I'm now picturing Teddy detective interrogating the coronavirus in a dark room.
What's your angle?
What's your angle here? What's your end game?
I know
my boss just canceled his trip to Italy. He's going to Italy in a month, and he just canceled.
Yeah,
But I'm going in like 3 months, and I'm hearing from people not to worry about it, and it's not that big of a deal.
Well, they're talking about, too, that they're playing soccer games already in certain places with empty stadiums in Italy, and also the Olympics with Tokyo. And the outbreak in Tokyo is increasing every day.
There's a deadline now
as well
that they made, right? If it's not wrapped up or
there is that they're gonna move the Olympics or push them back. Yeah. No, I mean it's to a point where we're keeping up to date with all the confirmed cases, and I guess you have to take precautions. Is
this gonna be our Chernobyl of our time?
Where
the Chinese are saying that's not that bad. Meanwhile, half of China's wiped out.
Well, China right now is actually, they're seeing a decrease in the number of cases, but how it affects the box office of movies, it's going to be interesting to see. We've never seen anything like this.
No.
Where major pictures are saying, hey, we have to move because
I'll
of
still
something
go to
we
the
can't
theater.
anticipate.
I have trust in. I shouldn't actually. I was gonna say I have trust in society that if you're sick, you're not gonna go to a movie theater.
Yeah, right.
Oh, hell no. Well, this whole thing, too, about men now washing their hands, it's like, wait, were you guys not washing your hands? People tweeting, oh, now I got to wash my hands after I use the bathroom.
What?
Okay, I guess something good came out of this.
Is Netflix and all these streaming services gonna thrive right now? I feel like if you have a Netflix show or movie, now's the time to put it out.
See, every day you surprise me sometimes with your smart points. That's a good point. Yeah, Netflix is sitting pretty right now.
Seriously,
they're like, hey.
I mean, we're lucky. I mean,
I wonder if they can buy properties at all, and say like you can stream it on us. You can stream it on Netflix.
They buy James Bond.
Imagine.
No, that's the thing. These movies are so goddamn expensive that they don't. I mean, James Bond has become like a guaranteed billion, so they want to capitalize on that. The last one came out in November too, so Bond is a franchise you can drop it whenever.
Yeah, but
disappointing for us because I wanted to see it.
I know
that's a big pushback.
I wonder if any other movies are going to do that.
Do you think Marvel budgets with their movies?
We're going to move Black Widow to November and have it come out right next to Eternals? Because everyone moves it. Then you're just going to crowd it to the point where you're just not going to make any money because it's just all these movies are going to be coming out.
Yeah.
So maybe they looked at what was going to be released in November and thought, we could probably move it here and make what we would have if we released it in
What
April.
year do they own? 21 is when a lot of shit's coming out for Marvel? Because I wonder if they even care that much about pushing Black Widow or not, if they have, because I know their slate is huge coming up.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff at Disney Plus too, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think they'll keep Black Widow where it is. I know Mulan's already getting pushed back in China. It's getting pushed back, but I don't know.
It is getting pushed back in China, right?
Yeah. So
Well, that's the big thing for them is they need that Chinese box office.
They're probably banking on that.
Yeah, I mean the budget is huge. It's a movie with the all Chinese cast. It's a Chinese story, so
Because it's gonna do numbers here, but
right. No, yeah, and but it's probably going to do more numbers. I mean, when you look at certain Marvel films, they make more money overseas than they do domestically. So Mulan seems like one of those movies that will. And like you said, we all know Mulan as well. So
where other blockbusters are coming out soon?
it doesn't feel like much. James Bond was the big one. Black Widow in May. Is Jurassic Park's not coming out this year. It feels like a light year for blockbusters.
Tenet in the summer. I don't know. Are we still going to have this in the summer?
when's Dune? Dune's 21.
December. Damn, that fucking gets me excited. Fucking December release.
I'm pumped for
dude.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun ass Christmas.
I hope that movie makes money.
It won't.
How much? So you would think, realistically, if it was to happen, if Netflix wanted to buy a movie from a corporation, you think they had to pay what that corporation's expectations were for that movie?
No, you'd lowball it.
Like if Netflix wanted to buy James Bond, you think they would have to pay around $1 billion?
They're not going to sell it to them because they still feel that they'll make money. They'll fucking hold off until 2021.
Yeah.
But if it got to a point where it's like we can never release this, they've done that. What they do that for recently? The Alex Garland movie, Annihilation. They put Annihilation out in theaters and it kind of like tanked.
Really?
And then Netflix was like, "Can we buy it?" And they were like, "Sure."
Yeah. I think only in the UK they did that.
Yeah, in the UK, not in the US though.
Oh no shit.
But The Jungle Book was a movie that was made and then purchased by Netflix, right? Andy Serkis's.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't a Netflix original movie. Well, it is now, but
Yeah.
it was made and then purchased
Wow.
because they thought it was going to flop.
Well, that's what happens.
And then they sell it, like Aaron said, they're like, "We'll give you $20 million."
Sure.
So yeah, we made
They'll
some.
buy it too.
Yeah.
Drop of the hat.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Well, we actually have a new Netflix movie to talk about. This Bermuda Triangle film that is going to be directed and written by Scott Derrickson, formerly of Doctor Strange fame, and it's going to star Chris Evans.
Yo, it's so crazy how the universe puts shit out. I totally believe in it because yesterday,
The Bermuda Triangle conspiracy.
yeah, I was all over YouTube watching Bermuda Triangle.
So it's
stuff.
it's
and
an
then you sent that text.
area in the Caribbean or Caribbean.
Yeah, where
where-
compasses don't work and navigation tools shut down. It's so fucking weird. It doesn't make any sense. Like
And
there's
ships
no
go
sign-
missing.
Yeah, a plane flew over there and went missing. And like
What's the big conspiracy though? Like, what's the wackiest one?
the
What's
biggest
happening?
one is like a ship of like, or no, it was a flight.
Ghosts.
No, it was a flight of 4 planes going through, and all 4 of them went missing.
But I'm saying, why did they go missing?
No one knows.
But what's the theory? What's the conspiracy theory? There isn't one.
It's just like
It's just
There's not even like a
I think it's like a-
cockamamie harebrained.
like a
freaky triangle.
they have like a black hole kind of thing. Like you go into it, and then you appear
Aliens
somewhere else.
I'm sure
Yeah.
ancient aliens tackled this.
There's one conspiracy where someone like traveled, like they went through the Bermuda Triangle and they got to their destination like 3 hours faster than they were supposed to.
A little speed boost.
Yeah, it's
like-
fucking weird shit going on there, man.
it's Rainbow Road. They're just fucking Mario Karting over there.
Would you guys fuck around with shit like that? Because I would never.
Go on one of those voyages.
Yeah,
Well,
through
it's
the Bermuda
probably
Triangle.
something where it's just where the I don't really know much about it, but probably just something where the I don't know, what do they call that?
Cyclone.
No, it's probably just like a rough patch where
Finger?
like compasses might not work because of the gravitational pull in that area and makes people lose their way and they got caught out there and
So the interview with the guy
don't
that
know,
I
a
said that
whirlpool.
he went through
yeah, it's like
and
a
got
little
through.
stormy
He said
area.
a cyclone. Go ahead.
The interview with one of the pilots, the story I just said that the guy got there 3 minutes faster, 3 hours faster. He said that what happened to him when he was flying through there, everything went black. He couldn't see. Like his whole cabin, everything got smoky, clouds, couldn't see anything. And then when he got out of the whole cloud surface, he was at his destination. That was his story.
Blessed them.
Yeah.
It gave him, like we said, it's giving you the speed boost.
I would never go through there.
I like the movies that it's like ancient cities and civilizations in the
Yeah.
Amazon. The Lost City
Yeah,
of Z
sick.
was a really fun movie. That if I was like an adventurer in like the 1900s, that's what I would do. Now we have fucking drones. We don't need to do that.
Yo,
Yeah,
let's
fly
put
some
a
drones in there.
drone through there. What the hell are we doing?
Has anyone thought of this yet?
They probably never come back.
Well, do you have the camera? You can see what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it goes all black, then what the hell is the point of that? Sonar. I mean, infrared.
Yeah, we have technology.
Real quick with the story though. Do you think Chris Evans is trying to distance himself from Marvel now?
Yeah, I think it's smart too. It's you don't want to be always known as Captain America. You want to branch out, star in other films, and recently Knives Out, people loved him in that. Kind of became iconic with that sweater. And he's also now doing The Little Shop of Horror. That's not Captain America.
That was a fucking fresh sweater.
That was a fresh sweater. And yeah, now this. I like Chris Evans. I like him as just like a guy, on Twitter.
I would have seen him in more I would have seen him in more blockbusters though. Not so much doing like different. No, not. I'm saying not superhero. Like bigger movies, like what, like Robert Pattinson. He backed away from the spotlight for a long time, but Chris Evans is still staying in it.
Wait, didn't you say you wanted him to do more blockbusters? You started off by saying you wanted to see Chris Evans in more blockbusters, but now
no, I'm saying I would have seen him doing it. I would have seen him doing more blockbusters.
Oh, you're saying you're surprised that he is stepping back?
Yes, because I said it's kind of like what Robert Pattinson did.
I thought you confused
Okay.
blockbusters.
Let's
with indies quick.
You're surprised Chris Evans hasn't stepped back and done smaller movies and
To distance himself from Marvel.
Right. Well, I think Knives Out, obviously there's a lot of star power there. I don't think people expected it to be that big of a box office hit. This also seems like this isn't a blockbuster movie, but it can be because it's interesting with the conspiracy theories. And Chris Evans has said he wanted to retire to become a director. So, I mean, Chris Evans wasn't going to retire and go and direct Fast and Furious. He probably wanted to direct whatever little movie he wrote in his head, get some funding. He probably pulled that off now, being Chris Evans.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it is surprising, but these seem like they're not blockbusters, but they're not indies. And I like this choice for him.
Because Robert Pattinson went right to indies, right? After Twilight.
Hey, Chris Evans might want to be a fucking star,
That's true too.
He might
I guess.
be feeling
Yeah,
himself.
I guess.
He's like, I'm
Could
Captain
be.
America. Let's go see what's going on in Bermuda.
He looks over and sees The Rock just fucking cashing in. He's like, I could do that.
Maybe, yeah. There might be a little ego there. I want Robert Downey to do that. That's what I really want. I want him to what the fuck are you doing, Doolittle?
That's
go act. You're one of the goats. Go fucking show people.
Sherlock Holmes. That's a little bit more of a, but still.
They're fun.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, though, wasn't it?
He's doing another one.
But since 2008, he's done all the Marvel movies. And besides that, he's done Tropic Thunder, Sherlock Holmes, and The Judge. And The Judge was terrible. That was supposed to be his big acting movie.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Who was the judge? Robert Duvall?
Yeah, and he got nominated for the Oscar.
Yeah.
So that was a miscalculation. But he needs to step back. But this is interesting. I like these conspiracy movies.
Me too.
And it's cool to see Scott Derrickson back on his feet,
Yeah.
after that layoff of 2 months.
Yeah. And you always see with these Netflix movies that they can have the same amount of impact as a blockbuster, though. So Bird Box, that took over because it's easily accessible. Put a big star in it. The subject matter of the Bermuda Triangle. You get a lot of plays.
Yeah, I think what Netflix and TV has proven is that we always say, why do the movies that are blockbusters, they make all the money, but the smart films, the dramas, don't make as much. But I think what TV has proven is that people want to watch those quality, well-written stories, but they just don't want to leave their house. It's when you have the convenience of a Netflix, it's like how many people would watch this rather than if it came out in theaters, how many people wouldn't see it, But
it's like how much, like I'm spending money on Netflix, Hulu. Like, do I want to leave my house and go spend money on a ticket now?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Well, I said before that the smart thing for the film industry as a whole to do, and I don't know the logistics of if this will work out at all, is that everyone complains when the Oscars come. No one's watching, no one cares, no one's seen the movie. If a couple weeks before the Oscars you put all the available best pictures for streaming, it'll get so much more play.
Yeah, you think the Academy would set something up.
I actually like that idea.
You get more eyeballs on the show? Because
you can buy them, you can rent them, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think the average person or the quote-unquote casual movie fan is just going to buy all these movies for $5 each.
Mm-hmm. More than that,
But
Well,
rent is $5. Buy is like $15.
Well, that's
they still give you a standard definition option too. Well, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna rent Parasite for standard definition.
Yeah, it is so encouraging though that so many people are watching these streaming services and TV, but it's getting better. It keeps getting better. It increases in quality.
Well, it's like 2 years from now, you're gonna see all these people who watch Netflix more than the theater and be like, "Oh man, I just saw Parasite. It's pretty good."
Right, exactly. So I mean, I'm excited for this. Netflix has a bunch of
too.
shit that they're cooking up.
Yeah, let's keep it coming.
I love Chris Evans.
People that need to stop would be Star Wars. They need to not keep it coming because they keep
They're
revealing.
not going to.
No. Well, you guys saw this yesterday about them revealing about Palpatine?
Yeah.
I don't even like.
What's the point?
He created a clone and he couldn't get in that clone, so that clone was his son, and he made the clone hot, so that son could bang someone else and then have Rey. But now Rey's a clone too. They're saying
What?
that
I didn't see that.
Rey's dad was just a failed Palpatine clone, and then he just made a new clone. That was Rey.
Just shut up and let it go past, guys.
This is so fucking annoying. At least with like J.K. Rowling, it's like, oh well, they didn't use the bathroom. They just they pooped on the floor and evaporated it. That doesn't change the fucking story.
This is worse.
This is just like, hey, remember that movie you saw?
Wait, what are you talking about?
What?
J.K. Rowling?
Well, J.K. Rowling takes a lot of flack because she always retcons these little details. She's like, oh, the students in Hogwarts, this is true. She's like, there was a time when there were no latrines. They would just poop in their pants and then use their magic wand to get rid of it.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and people exactly. That was the response from the internet. It's like we didn't need to know this. This is stupid. What does this add to the story? This changes the story.
Yeah.
That's why this is worse. It's not only stupid and unnecessary, but it's the problem that they had in 2012 when they were like, everything's connected, and then they didn't do a well enough job to keep everything connected, and then they have to make these stupid fucking retcons because these abysmal movies. I hate this movie now because I'm serious. This is making me hate this fucking movie.
It's making me hate the franchise more than the movie.
I think the sequel trilogy has officially become worse than the prequel trilogy. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of all that's surrounding it. It's a fucking mess. And this isn't the fans. This is them now.
Mm-hmm.
Them trying to...
They're trying to like you said, they're trying to cover up more shit and they're just making more shit.
Well, it started off slow. It's like, oh, remember that planet in the beginning? That was Mustafar. It's like, oh, that would have been cool to know at the time, but that's a nice little, neat little fun fact to have when I reflect on that film. Now it's just like, yeah, remember that movie you saw? Well,
It's completely different now.
It's not the same.
Rey and Kylo Ren's kiss wasn't romantic.
Yeah. You sure? Because it sure looked like it was.
I usually kiss my friend after we, after we do things. I don't like you like that, but I'm gonna kiss you.
But I like
after
the
the
lips,
pod,
so-
we all just give each other a little peck.
We all smooch.
Give a
but
good job.
It's all friendly here though.
And then it was, the clone thing. It's just, I don't get it.
Because
Are they trying to stay relevant? Like, I don't.
No.
What are they trying to do?
they're doing exactly what George R. R. Martin said authors and writers should never do, is that they're trying to appease fans. It's because fans, when they get a step ahead or if they don't like something, they're trying to change things. Like they were doing retcons, like I said, in real time in the movie. Fuck the fans. That's the mindset you have to have at this point. It's like, listen, this is what it is. I'm sorry if you didn't like it.
Yeah, I was fine with the movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It obviously wasn't perfect. There were a lot of problems with it, but now it's just like stop.
So
what are
is
you
it like-
doing? Just
so-
let us have, we have it. That's fine. All right, it's done.
Did they come out with this because people were
damn it.
upset that Palpatine was back? Is that why they're putting this out?
Oh yeah, it's all of it. It all. I'm not blaming The Last Jedi, but that's where this all started. They should have just stood firm by The Last Jedi. They were really
Palp's
stupid
alive.
not to.
Yeah.
No. Fuck it.
No one likes this either.
I gotta say too, J.J. Abrams, has he ever made a great movie? I don't know if I've brought this up before on a pod.
Produced or directed?
Directed. I don't think he's ever. You could truly say that he's directed a classic movie where you look at that and say that's one of the all-time greats.
Let's see.
Well, who
Mission
has?
Impossible.
He's got Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, Star Trek, Lost.
But
Last
even
Jedi,
like he,
Super 8.
not like an all-time great, but even a great, like a really good. His best movie.
Cloverfield,
Producer, right?
Yeah, you
Producer on both.
Mission Overlord. What are you doing, Overlord?
Producer.
produce.
The movies he's directed: Mission Impossible 3, Star Trek 2, Force Awakens, Super 8, and The Rise of Skywalker.
No. He produced some good ones.
But this is something where I think people
Much
who
better producer, yeah.
people who hate Star Wars and people who like Star Wars or like The Last Jedi, everyone hates this. No one's having fun with these new little.
Yeah, we're
trinkets of
all united.
information.
Actually, it's kind of funny.
Well,
But
I guess thank you for that.
I feel like J.J. Abrams. I don't know if this is too harsh, but it seems like creatively he doesn't have any conviction because of all the changes that he made.
Well, is
in
it
the
him?
movie
Is
and
it studio? Is it Lucasfilm?
It starts
Disney?
with him. I'm putting a lot of this on him.
Have you guys seen Super 8? He did that.
It's shifted because I put a lot of it
You
on.
ever stayed at a Super 8?
I haven't seen it, no.
What happened?
You ever stay at a Super 8?
No, what's that?
Is it a motel
It's a
or
motel,
something?
yeah.
No, I never heard of it.
I think they have HBO.
I actually don't like Super 8. It's not that
Free
good.
continental breakfast. I could go for a continental breakfast right now.
Nice
Aren't
buffet.
those like? Isn't that just like like you make your
It's
own
just
waffles?
yeah,
or-
it's just breakfast.
It's the box cereal.
What does the
tiny boxes.
continental mean? What's
Just sounds right.
right?
It's like Blade Runner and Blade Runner.
Instead
you
of
get a-
saying-
can you
instead
get
of
a
saying
continental breakfast in Hawaii and Alaska? Or what do they call
It
it?
tastes different.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about the taste.
non-continental breakfast?
It's like take it.
Do you want
dinner.
My stomach is over here fucking. Yeah, we need to stop talking about breakfast. I'm a big breakfast guy. I said a good breakfast is better than a great dinner. And Aaron hates that.
It's a fucking lie.
That's not. I fuck with that.
Right?
Yeah, nice big
You
bacon
just can't.
eggs.
Like anybody, like a shitty breakfast might be better than a great dinner.
What's a shitty breakfast?
The way I feel
a
is
shitty chef.
The way I feel about dinner is that it's too late for me to do anything, so I can't work anything off. So I just feel like shit after I eat dinner, unless it's a healthy dinner.
I do this.
Good point about the breakfast. It feels like you got to burn it off after.
Yeah.
You know.
I did this thing where after I play hockey and sweat all it out, I just go to Taco Bell. And it's fucking
It's a new
amazing.
thing.
Just keep it balanced. Like, well,
That's the best. After you do a great workout, it's like I should go healthy now. And 10 minutes later, you're eating a Big Mac.
Was that the story with Stu that you telling me about?
Our friend Jaylon, you remember Jaylon? Yeah, we once did a workout in high school. We were running, sweating. We ran like 3 miles. And I was like, yo, McDonald's? And he's like, so we're just going to waste everything we did? I was like, why not? Let's go to What's Trending.
Tickle Me Elmo is the hardest thing this Christmas.
Former Beatle John Lennon, who was 40, was shot and killed last week.
And this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo?
thank you, Elizabeth, is trending. She entered a presidential campaign. Good campaign. I think the highlights when she eated Bloomberg, so that was fun. But yeah, it's getting down to the wire.
That video of her going at Bloomberg with Ether playing in the background is one of my
That's the
favorite
funniest
videos
shit, dude.
ever.
Probably why I dropped out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't come back with like a takeover.
That's
It's like, Elizabeth, you've been in it 10. I've been in it longer. Smarten up. Josh Gordon's trending, #1 receiver. He's had a lot of trouble throughout his career, right?
Oh, this is actually fun.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
This is cool. They're
What?
changing the drug policy?
Yeah, everyone's saying Josh Gordon got screwed.
No,
are they
yeah, I
changing
mean,
to?
this is like, it's almost like such a metaphor for criminal justice reform. It's making these changes, freeing all these people, and then all the people that were screwed by these laws are like, what about me?
Yeah, all the
It's-
money he lost all the time on the field.
And when you look at the NFL, the way that somebody once, I think it was Calvin Johnson, that they hand out painkillers like M&Ms at practices.
that's so true.
And,
Someone, I'm sorry to cut you off about the Josh Gordon thing. Someone tweeted, y'all talking about Josh Gordon, but Ricky Williams was the realist to say, F it, moved to Australia to smoke, and then came back and start the Wildcat offense.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I forget. He just retired out of nowhere. I
Wasn't
remember that.
Calvin Johnson, he admitted to smoking every week, right? He's like, I smoked throughout my career.
Yeah, and you had to play for the Lions, wouldn't you?
And that's like one of the top 5 receiver of all time. But yeah, that's fucked up for Josh Gordon.
Well, the best was when that happened. Like people were reflecting on that. It's like the Lions are so bad they made 2 all-time greats at their positions retire young.
Barry
Sanders.
yeah.
Josh Gordon before practice now.
This is
Well, the NFL has always been, I don't know.
They should pay this man the amount they fined him and how much he lost money.
I think he's got a lawsuit. I definitely think that he'll be able to lawyer up and maybe get something.
That's fucked up.
Goodell is such a fucking terrible commissioner in the league. I said it before. It's such a pro owners league, and they've screwed the players so many times. So at least you would think in a collision sport like this with so many injuries, they would be on the forefront of marijuana legalization for their players.
It should have been legal. Man, that's fucked up.
You see this news about Taika Waititi?
No, what?
He's going to direct 2 animated films that are based on the world of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for Netflix.
That's cool.
First one's going to focus on the Oompa Loompas.
oh, the origin story.
No way. An origin story for the Oompas?
Yeah.
Their story is what? Willy Wonka went to the forest and he found him?
They touch on that a bit. I'm pretty sure that's like the Amazon. He found the
I
Oompa
think it
Loompas
was.
in the Amazon.
Then he brought them all back.
He had that giant sword he was hacking.
This debate on Twitter right now: The Wire versus Breaking Bad.
I was just going to click on that one.
Well, David Simon, because of his antics on Twitter, is kind of losing some favor with me, so I'm going to go Breaking Bad.
Me too.
I think Breaking Bad's better anyway.
I mean, here's
two
a hot,
different shows.
How is this even trending? The Wire versus Breaking Bad. Anyone who says Breaking Bad is a millennial fuck. The Wire by far, not even fucking close. That's aggressive. Breaking Bad is better than The Wire, and I've seen The Wire, but
Well, I am a millennial fuck, so.
yeah, true. The Wire, Breaking Bad has never had a bad season. The Wire never really had a bad season, but they've had one. I think it was season 2 wasn't the best.
When they're at the docks.
But I do think, I mean, The Wire. If it wasn't for Breaking Bad, it wasn't for The Wire. I don't know if we would have a Breaking Bad. Because it was just so influential in the time it came out. That and The Sopranos really just ushered in this golden era of television.
Why do people get so goddamn aggressive like that? It's like we're comparing The Wire to that 70s show or something. It's like Breaking Bad is one of the most critically acclaimed. That's a discussion. People can't. Whatever.
Hey, a new White Claw collection coming out.
Call Nash.
I know Nash would like this.
The Sopranos or Breaking Bad? I think that's the better comparison.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
The Sopranos.
Longevity for Sopranos.
At the end, it got a little repetitive and not as to the quality. But at its peak, I mean, it's so hard. At its peak, there's so many great television shows.
Better Call Saul is probably better than all of them. So I'm telling you,
I've been seeing that more and more often.
This guy Vince Gilligan, I was telling Ted the other day, he's got to be like the best living filmmaker. He just keeps getting better, and he's been doing it for like 13 years.
So here's the thing now. Would you want him to branch out and see if he can do something else, or are you fine with him just doing in this universe now? Because of how good he's doing in this universe.
Yeah, it's funny because we always talk about directors that their films, Wes Anderson, Tarantino, PTA, all these films could exist in the same universe. But they don't. But they could. Vince Gilligan was like, I'm just going to cut out the middleman. They do exist in the same universe. And
right.
He loves these characters. He's great at creating new characters. The relationship between Saul Goodman and Kim Wexler is what the relationship between Walt and Skyler should have been. It's amazing. And the character of Kim Wexler, everything they're doing with Gus and Mike, it's been incredible. But, I mean, Vince Gilligan, I'd like to see him maybe do like a sci-fi. That'd be cool.
Can't wait to try a new crab juice. for the White Claws.
Fucking White Claws.
I fucking love White Claws, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can drink those all day long.
I'll drink them, but I'm never happy
about
on them. I can drink them, but I'm not happy about it. You smell. Ever smell a White Claw? I like it. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Grab my foot. Why'd you drop a battery? Why do you have a battery?
Oh, he has batteries on his table.
He dropped the battery. I went to go grab it and just grab my fucking big toe. You got fan questions?
Yo, you see Johnny Boychuk?
Yeah.
Sad shit, man. Well, not sad. I mean, it is sad, but almost really sad shit. He's going to be okay.
90 fucking stitches. That is crazy, though.
Over-under games he misses. Not even one.
Nah, I mean, it depends. I mean,
hockey players are different, man. They do shit like that.
Well,
he'll be back tomorrow.
His eyes probably swollen shut, but
it went up. I didn't see where it went. I thought it was like over here.
No, I cut his eyelid.
Really? It went up that?
Yeah.
Up to his forehead? Holy shit.
It's crazy how more of that doesn't happen. I mean, it's a sport where you have like knives on your feet and you're encouraged to just fucking bully people. Yeah.
Knives on your feet.
Yeah,
that's a sequel to Knives Out.
You think they were like all in the pond and they were like, wait a minute, we got to put knives on our shoes.
Dude, I watched a hockey game the other day, and these guys, someone took a slap shot to his fucking chest, dropped, and then you can see him getting up trying to guide himself, and then took another one to his fucking stomach. And then the announcers were like comical about it. It's like, oh my God.
My favorite hockey
He's
story
still out there.
is when LeBron had the cramps in the finals, which I defend him. Cramps are fucking horrible, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I think like a couple months before, it was the hockey player who had like died on the sideline, and they like brought him back to life. They had to like resuscitate him, and he was like, am I going back in? And it's like LeBron sitting out with cramps. This guy fucking died. All right, let's go to fan questions here.
That's for the fan to decide.
Yay!
People you call up to the show, you better be ready. That's what you're supposed to do. Sitting there arguing and you're trying to spell your name and all of this other stuff. It's not your show, it's my show. I'm giving you the opportunity to speak your mind. Don't call up here unless you got something to say.
This question here from Lamey, at last name _Lamey. Sip, swig, or chug?
Chug.
Just...
I don't even know what I don't need to know what it is. It's chug.
I think so.
No, I don't like the chug.
I'm a sipper.
Too old for the chug. Nash, you see him lately?
Chug.
Nash is chugging deliriums.
Yeah.
I'm like, Nash, this is a very prestigious beer. Comes from Belgium. It's got a high alcohol content. You want to enjoy the taste, sip it. He's chugging. He's like five deliriums deep on his Instagram story.
The difference between me and Nash with chugging is that Nash will go back to back to back. I'll chug one and I'll sit for a while. The only beer I'll sip on is a Blue Moon.
Well, Nash is like the best of both worlds in that he loves getting blacked out, but he also enjoys the taste of alcohol. Maybe the worst of both worlds. It's like, I'm going to chug this, but I appreciate the taste, and I appreciate that. I'm like, okay.
So he'll chug one, sip on one, and then chug another one.
Right? It's like, this is sipping, this is chugging. I got to bring Nash to Belgium. We all got to, the beer capital of the world, just let him run.
Did that question specify anything or
no?
Okay.
I'll chug waters. I'm a big water chugger. Right when you wake up in the morning, get it going.
There's nothing worse than chugging a soda.
Yeah, it hurts.
I've been doing this. I've been mixing in a water when I go out now. It makes all the difference. But this girl went like at the bar. Never met her before in my life. I have no idea what it is. I ordered a water. She's like, "You just fucking order a water, pussy." I'm like,
"The fuck are you?"
Oh, sorry. What? All right. No, I said, all right, fine, whatever. Well, I didn't say it, but in my head, I'm like, yeah. When I'm up in the morning, not hungover, we'll see who the pussy is.
You
then.
should have like just took the water and splashed it over your face. You know,
I was
just
shocked.
Like, I didn't need it to cool down.
I was literally stunned.
Yeah, I had her splash it on her.
You just throw it at somebody next to you. Just start a bar fight.
I can go for a nice bar fight.
This question here from AG at Yankees Jets Soup. Wow, you get a follow for that, for the Yankees part and the soup. What is your favorite movie of all time? Not the best, your favorite.
Dumb and Dumber.
I'm going to go Spirited Away.
Or Men in Black.
Keep going.
Bad Boys 2.
Yep.
Angels in the Outfield.
I think it
could be.
This is Goodfellas, but I mean, my favorite, Inglourious Bastards, Superbad.
Goodfellas is a good favorite.
Yeah.
I watched Goodfellas the other night.
It's a good movie. I gotta watch Superbad again. I haven't watched that in like a little bit.
Ooh, this question
so
here
fucking
from
funny.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Superbad in a long time. Question here from Homero at Homero_. Who will be Teddy's best man?
My brothers.
You should pick one.
That's awkward.
No, I can't do that.
That'd be funny though.
If I had to pick one, I would have picked my dad, but I can't pick your dad. That's what I was told.
That would have been so lame.
That's what I was told.
Your dad?
Nah, I'm not close with you guys like that.
Like taking your sister to prom.
Yeah.
I got no one else to choose from.
Somebody tweeted that. It's like these actors taking their mom to the Oscars. Just show me who you're fucking having sex with.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's Leo. Leo's like, I ain't bringing my fucking mom. He had like some nice dime piece while Brad Pitt's sitting there with his mom. It's like, good for you, Brad. This question here from Nick at Nick Lannister 12. Why is Cillian Murphy the best actor ever? Kind of underrated when you talk about the best of this generation, but he is very good. He looks great in that trailer for The Quiet Place Part 2 with the beard.
Yeah.
I like bearded Cillian.
Yeah. Kind of takes away.
I didn't know he could get a beard like that.
No.
That skin. He's got smooth skin.
Well, that's a jawline. I don't know if you would want a beard.
That's the thing, yeah. That's dangerous.
What has he
People
been
go
in?
to brush that beard.
Peaky Blinders is probably his biggest role.
He was what's his face? Scarecrow.
Dunkirk, Scarecrow.
I fuck with Cillian Murphy. I didn't know that was him.
Inception.
Oh, he was a Scarecrow in Batman, right? Did
Yeah.
you guys just say that?
No, we didn't. That's a good pickup.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Red Eye.
Red Eye. I saw that in theaters 28 days
Me too,
later.
dude. So did I.
I think we were together. I've surprisingly seen a lot of Cillian Murphy movies. I'm like, what? Look, In Time, In the Heart of the Sea, I did not see. Yeah, no, he's good.
He's like weirdly good looking.
He's one of those guys where he's either
like,
ugly
why is he
or
attractive to me? Well, I mean, I'm not attracted to him, but like, why is like he looks like he should be ugly? You know what I mean? Like, look at him in this picture. In the
what's TLA?
So Teddy, what happened with the marriage? When things go south? This Cillian Murphy guy. I can't get him out of my head.
No, the only guy that would be is Leo. Not that I would, but if I had to, come to my head.
This question here from Zoe at ZoeY227. How did you guys all meet? Well, we've answered this before on the podcast, but
how did we meet though?
I always like giving the origin story. For us, it was
not so much school. Was it school?
6th grade. Yeah.
Were you in Miss Feigenbaum's class?
Yes, I was. Feigenbaum's.
That's how I met Nash.
Hanky.
I just sat next to Nash and he made fun of my name.
Our hot biology teacher, remember her? The blonde?
Yo, what was her name?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I might go back to school for that.
And then,
I might take a trip back to.
Remember Tonelli?
Yeah,
the English teacher. She was a tough cookie, man. That's the stereotypical asshole teacher.
How'd I meet you?
3rd grade, 4th grade,
elementary school.
Yeah,
killing it.
And I met Aaron in health class.
Yeah,
Mr. Smalley, who actually just passed away recently.
Yeah,
so
sad.
He was a good dude, good teacher. But that was a funny fucking class. We tortured him, poor guy. We were all such fuck. Health is a bad class to teach.
Well, especially in 7th grade.
Yeah,
like penis.
How'd you and Nash meet?
Probably through you. You used to bring him around. Like, who's this fucking weirdo?
And then you and Nash was elementary school, right?
Preschool.
Preschool?
Yeah, I've known Nash since I was 3 years old.
You go back like that.
Unfortunately. Just kidding.
You poor thing.
No, yeah, Nash is technically my oldest current friend. Somebody I've it's actually weird, you know, to have a friend for that long. It's unusual. I'm not saying that it's weird that we're still friends, but it's unlikely, you know.
You know who touches on that? Good boys.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was watching that the other day. I was like, because me and Nash did have like that separation where we were close in elementary school, middle school, obviously more kids. You kind of go your own separate way. But then we kind of like came back in high school. Yeah. So it's weird how that happens. And now here we all are.
What a fucking journey this has been, huh?
This question here from Noah Ross at nross37. What movie would you like to get a Where Are They Now revisited?
What?
Picture the end of Band of Brothers or Anchorman.
What do you mean?
Band of Brothers.
That's a fucking sequel?
Great show.
I guess, yeah, it's a sequel.
Have you seen that show? Band of Brothers?
No, I've never seen Band of Brothers.
It's fucking amazing.
I think it's a sequel in the spirit of a movie that really doesn't need one, where it wouldn't be continuing a story. It's not a story to tell, but it's almost like a
Lord of the Rings?
What the hell did these... Yeah, like a Lord... Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck did they do after Lord of the Rings? Or what did they do after Game of Thrones, you know?
Yeah.
I always said that when My Hero Academia finishes this run, I would love them to wait like 5 to 10 years and do like a 40-year after of them as adults, as in a live action form. So that would be my answer.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, like Inglourious Basterds, like 40 years into the future, Aldo Rain goes to Nantucket on vacation.
Yeah.
Runs into Hans Landa.
The Matrix would be a cool one, where it's like what has society become? Just kind of
they are doing that, I guess.
Looks like they're still scrapping though.
Oh.
That you saw that shot on the motorcycle?
Like Interstellar.
Yeah, wait.
What are they doing now?
They are making a new Matrix.
Yeah, they are. But my Matrix would be less of like it's not the Matrix.
That was like them off the building, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they had Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss on the bike.
Sick.
That'll be funny, Interstellar, but it's it's a comedy about having to take care of your daughter that's older than you now.
Yeah, right. That would be so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And they should shoot it with like the 3 cameras. It shouldn't even look like Interstellar anymore.
What about I haven't seen it yet, but how much you guys talk about it? I know the premise about Annihilation. Would that work?
I feel like
I don't even know how it ended. I'm just shooting one out.
I think that ending would be...
no one knew how it ended.
Yeah, there are theories on how it ended. How I believe it ended, I feel like Where Are They Now would be so boring. It would be like they just... It's hard to say without spoiling it.
Do we win? Is that spoiling it?
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Is Annihilation the one that they go with the biology guy and the girl goes into the ship?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the official premise is when the biology guy goes into the ship with the girl.
Well, I know because I heard a podcast on it. We sent 2 people into the ship to go. Is that Annihilation? What is
That's
it?
Arrival.
Arrival. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Arrival. How would that be?
Both start with an A.
That was there. The premise was there.
You know what? Arrival is another ending. You haven't seen it?
No.
Where it's like I wouldn't want to see it. Where Are They Now? I'd want to see like once again. Just
I
see
missed
these
on 2
movies.
of them.
Yeah, come on, man. No.
Like a story set in that kind of structure would be weird.
Arrival. One of those are on Netflix or Hulu.
This question here from the Orange Man at Man and Orange. What countries have you guys visited?
Biology, man. Linguist.
Linguist, yes.
Wow, it's not even the same science.
No. Country. I'm going to Italy. Europe, so I haven't seen Europe yet.
I've only been to the...
What was the question?
What countries have you been to?
I never left the U.S.
Never left the U.S.
Where
I've been
have I
to the
gone?
Dominican Republic, but yeah, and that's it.
I went to DR. So.
And Bahamas on a cruise.
I've always wanted to go places, but...
This summer I'm going to Amsterdam, Belgium, and Paris.
Oh, cool.
You know what I can't stand? All these celebrities coming out saying, live your fucking life. Live your best life, travel the world. Okay, hold on. And we just go to my bank account and travel the world.
Which celebrities are the ones pushing
say, where's
Will
this
Smith.
coming from?
Will Smith.
Will Smith does annoy me because he seems like a cult leader.
He annoys me because he's like, yeah, just go, pick up and go skydiving.
He's one of those, like, he makes those videos, like,
And
about
there's cloud
love
work.
and life.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I got to pay my phone bill, dog.
Yeah.
I know you eating good, Big Willie.
Yeah.
But not all of us are doing it.
Toss
Big
me.
Willie
I'll give you my Venmo.
I'd like
And
to
if
go
you
to
hit me with that
Europe.
Venmo, then I'll start doing that shit.
I feel like I would like Europe.
I really wanted to go to Ireland. We missed out. They were doing the tour of all the Game of Thrones sets.
I think they still have those up.
Yeah, I know there's definitely sets you could visit, yeah. Ireland is definitely a country I want to visit, though, just for the Guinness.
Are we still going to Boston for Kobe's Hall of Fame?
Yeah, the nation of Boston.
Well, I'm just throwing that out now.
I definitely want to.
I told Elena already, and she's cool with it.
I wonder, I don't know when the induction is, but that's a quick drive, and the Basketball Hall of Fame is really fun.
I want to go to Canton.
Ohio?
Yeah. Football Hall of Fame.
I would love for you to do like a Dennis Rodman did documentary in North Korea, but for us. Like imagine we sent Teddy as like...
It would be like the interview. Who would get duped? They're not... it's pretty good over there.
No, Teddy would...
They put me in...
Teddy would become like the Secretary General of the fucking military. You know?
Yeah, you would.
That's funny, dude. The interview is a funny movie. I'm trying to think. How does that happen? They set the town up to look like it's really nice, and they hide all the obese
they have
kids
the
or something?
fake fruit.
Yeah.
Well, my brother-in-law went to South Korea.
The fat kid.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law said he went to it's like I guess the border, you know, where you could see North Korea, and he said that they play happy music at the border.
That's nice.
To like make it seem like everything's all right over there. And they have like fake like a fake skyline. It's like buildings where people don't live, nobody's in them, but it's supposed to look like a modern skyline.
I wonder how bad it really is over there.
Oh, it's horrible. They say it's Nazi Germany, but it like if somebody Christopher Hitchens once described it as if somebody read 1984 by Orwell and said, "Yeah, let's give this a try." It's just a complete lockdown security state.
That's miserable, man. I feel bad.
Yeah.
That's miserable.
All right, well, that's the Nerd Soup podcast for today. Thank you guys for listening to the Nerd Soup podcast. Yeah, that's going to be it for us. We might as well wrap it up on our North Korea political talk. For Aaron and Teddy, I am Bo Oliver. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands, people.
Just in general.
You look great for me.
Yeah, you usually have something funny to say.
No. Nah, I got nothing today.
Do you have any advice on how we would, for the listeners, how do you avoid corona?
Wear gloves.
Genius.
Yeah.
Because I hear gloves, bacteria gets on your gloves. They can't transfer to the rest of your body.
It's on the outside.
Yeah.
Just don't touch yourself with the gloves.
So who do you have to get like somebody else to take off the gloves? It's
no,
like
you
a
can do it.
never-ending cycle.
No, you can do it. You take it off and then like you slip your hand under and pull it out. And then put on new ones.
Can you demonstrate that on the next podcast?
You want me to?
Yeah.
I'll bring gloves in. I'm a pro at it.
Hey guys, thank you for watching this video, and of course we would like to thank our Patreon supporters. Without you guys, Nerd Soup wouldn't be Nerd Soup. Seriously, your support is what keeps the fridge full, so thank you once again for your support. If you are interested in supporting Nerd Soup through Patreon, visit our page and check out the different rewards we offer to our fans. If not, then no problem. We appreciate anyone who takes time from their day to watch our videos. So thank you to each and every one of you out there watching, and remember to like and share this video. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like it. Or don't.